Hi, I'm Natalia Moll. I'm a senior at USC Upstate University and I'm on the women's soccer team. I started participating in soccer when I was about 4 years old. Ever since then, I never stopped. Originally, I was committed to Mount Olive University with Coach Saber, and when I was a senior in high school, he ended up making the switch over to USC Upstate and asked me and a few others to come along with him, so that is why I ended up here, is because of him. I had 2 herniated discs coming out of senior year of high school. I originally hurt my first disc in November was when I got diagnosed. I was a dual sport athlete in high school, so I played soccer and basketball. So transitioning into basketball season, I had that first herniated disc. Ended up getting cleared from that first one, developed a second one because I did play basketball. It was my last time ever playing basketball, so I really wanted to play that season. Ended up playing and ended up hurting my first one more, and then developed a second one, which ultimately still hurts me today. It's been almost 5 years now, I think, since my original injury. To process that decision took 2 or 3 years. I decided to medically retire when I was a junior, or going into my junior year that summer, about 2 weeks before we started preseason, because I was training, but I knew that if I stepped foot on the field and if someone hit me, especially at the Division I level, I probably wouldn't have been getting back up, and I still deal with pain today. So I just, for my future self, because I want other things in my life more than just this, I also didn't want to play professionally. So just making that decision was more based on my future self and being healthy in the future. The toughest parts of that transition was definitely finding my identity off the field. Being from a super small town of about 2,000 people, my entire identity was athletics. I was kind of known as, like, you know, your athlete sport girl in high school and all throughout my life. So finding my new identity away from athletics was life-changing, to say the least. I didn't really know how to process it at all. I went through a lot of ups and downs where some days I was okay with it, some days I was really down on myself, didn't know what to do, because I just sat at practice every day watching everyone else play. I got involved with photography. I ended up, for my birthday my freshman year, I got a camera. I honestly don't remember why I wanted one. I know my mom had a camera growing up, and she always takes pictures of us, even like to this day. And she always took photos of us playing sports and whatnot. So in high school I dabbled in it with her camera, but I never really made a thing of it. When I got my camera, I honestly had no purpose or intent to use it for sports, but Kendra Toman, she's now at Georgia Tech. She was here at the time, and she also medically retired with Sharif at Mount Olive, so she knew what I was going through at the time, and she kind of persuaded me a little bit to get into the photography side of things. It took me about 1.5 years to actually work for athletics, but now that I do, it's been great. I honestly don't know what I would do without this, because it still allows me to be in the sports side of things. My favorite moments capturing would be the Big South Championships last year, when we scored 3 goals on High Point. I was right there for all 3 goals, so I was like, yes, I got it. Like, you know, getting the celebrations of the girls, especially in that moment, it was more of a celebration because it was the finals. So the celebrations were like over the top almost. So it's definitely my favorite moment so far, especially because, you know, a lot of us girls have been here since our freshman year. We have 9 or 10 seniors, I think it is. So we've been trying to win for so long now, and that moment was super special for all of us especially. I honestly still am getting used to it, and I'm a senior. I've been here for 4 years now, and Although I medically retired going into my junior year, I've been doing the same thing all 4 years of not playing. Sometimes it's definitely a weight on my shoulders not being able to play, or definitely like seeing the side of it where people take it for granted more so, and there's people who, you know, don't really want to play or don't have the motivation to, and it's like, you know, I'm sitting right here like, come on, please, like at least, you know, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the people who can't do it. That's a big thing that we harp on our team too, is because, you know, we have people like me, and we do have a bunch of people who are injured currently, so one of our big things is always like, don't play for yourself, play for the people who can't play, because, you know, we wish that we were in your position. My biggest thing that kept me going was, obviously everything happens for a reason, but also once I was content with retiring, it was more so of the fact that you're more than just your sport. There's so much more to you and yourself as a person than, you know, playing a sport and being an athlete. I think that's a huge thing that I always harp on, especially to my team. When I speak at like team meetings or something, you're more than your sport. There's so much more to you than that. And obviously I've gotten to explore that side of it, but if you're still in athletics, you know, you might not think of that so much. What's next for me after graduation? I am currently an education major, actually. I'm going to school to be an elementary school teacher. I'm hoping to teach second or third grade. My plans are to get my master's in special education, because that is what I really want to do. I hope to change kids' lives. I had so many teachers that changed my life and helped me, especially my senior year of high school when I was going through my injury. I had so many teachers that supported me and helped me through that, you know, hard time. But I just hope to be someone that my teachers were to me.